What's up? This is Mark Myers. I'm just here to document my little adventure with focal epilepsy and CTE. I was diagnosed a couple months ago, about 6 months ago, in May of 2024. I started having seizures. I've had 6 seizures since. I thought it was due to a dehydration after a couple trips to the ER and also a couple trips to different doctors around Kansas City. I have been informed and have been diagnosed with focal epilepsy and CTE. Focal epilepsy kind of came out of nowhere. The CTE makes a little more sense to me, as I used to wakeboard, snowboard, just overall growing up on the lake. I played soccer, and I've also been in a couple car wrecks as well. So I could only imagine where that came from. As far as the focal epilepsy goes, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to look more into it. I have been prescribed Keppra. Didn't really like the side effects that came with it, just irritable. I then wasn't really getting told what was wrong with me, nor did I have any, could anybody really give me any reason for this. I was kind of chalking it up to dehydration again. I work out a lot. I was doing a hot sauna and didn't rehydrate that night. Went to sleep fully dehydrated and woke up and had a seizure the next morning. That was kind of a 1+1 to me. But then it happened again. I know once you have one seizure, it lowers your threshold for another. But again, after the test and they didn't really come back with anything, I discontinued the medication. Unfortunately, I did have another seizure. This time they prescribed me Dilantin, but Dilantin is something that you don't want to take long term, not good on your liver. And so I went to KU Med Center and saw a doctor that I did like after having a little bit of trouble down in Kansas City with a different doctor. And I got prescribed back onto Keppra, taking 1,500 milligrams a day, 750 in the morning, 750 at night is what I'm prescribed. I am actively trying to get off of that. My goal is to replace that with plant therapy. I am not wanting to take drugs for the rest of my life, especially with side effects. I've been going down a couple rabbit holes with psilocybin and CBD, and them working hand in hand. I've got a couple friends out in Colorado. I'm going to start a little microdosing regimen and see what happens. I've went over 24 hours without taking this Keppra with a microdose of mushrooms. So I, in one hand, want to get off of this. In another hand, I'm really not trying to fuck with anything until I hit this 6-month threshold, really. But God, at the same time, I just don't want to fucking be on these drugs, dude. They make me feel like shit. I don't really feel like, I feel like I can control it because I know it's there and I've done the research and kind of know what to look for. I'm pretty in tune with myself, but man, I could see how someone could just fucking not be okay. And so I'm documenting this. Hopefully my goal is within like a year to document this whole journey of being where I am today at 1,500 milligrams of Keppra twice a day to essentially not. I do want to be really careful. I have a baby that's 2 years old, and I've got another baby that's 2 months old. So the last thing I want to do is really do anything that's going to jeopardize anything to my health and safety that would be worse than a side effect of a drug. So with that in hand, again, today is Thursday. I think it's like November 22nd, 21st, 22nd, whatever. I don't have it in front of me, but it's one of those two. And yeah, I just wanted to throw this down. I'm gonna start documenting this on YouTube, but I'm gonna use the psilocybin and CBD treatment. I'm gonna start with 250 milligrams of CBD, 250 milligrams of psilocybin twice a day. And then in the middle of the night, or not the middle of the night, but when I go to bed, I'm gonna up that probably to about 750 milligrams, maybe even up to 1,000. After talking with one of my buddies, Nick Estelle, today, he said that your tolerance level with psilocybin can grow actively, like at a 1.5% rate. So essentially, what you're going to have to take today, you're going to have to take 1.5 of tomorrow to receive the same effect. But you can kind of mitigate that with, taking a day off or something like that. Again, I don't know what that looks like, whether I take the Keppra on those days off, but that would be a really good start. That'd be like a 50% reduction immediately. So whatever we got to do, again, just throwing this out there for the people, for myself, for my kids, for Hannah. I love you guys. I appreciate all the support, and talk soon. Mark Myers, out.